Hi everybody, so today I'm going to do a review of the HCSB Giant Print Reference Bible. This one is in the Brown Genuine Cowhide. This one is thumb indexed. So it comes in a really nice box. It does have the Holman lifetime guarantee, so that is fantastic. Just plain white on the back. On the sides it gives us just a little bit of information about the HCSB translation. Here is our ISBN number. Tells us it retails for $79.99. You can definitely get it for less right now, and I will put a link in the description box. So let's go ahead and look at the actual Bible itself. So this is a very nicely done Bible. This one here measures out at 9 3/4 inches tall by 6 5/8 inches wide, and it is 1.5 inches thick. We've got nice brown head and tail bands. We've got nice gold gilding. The book block is curved, so I do always like that. Gilding looks good. This one is thumb indexed, and it does have the thin thumb indexing, and I actually like those. I know some people don't, but I do like those. The spine on this one is awesome. So we have HCSB, Holy Bible, and the Holman logo, and we can see that we've got those 6 pronounced raised ribs, so that looks really nice. I like the way that they've got those spaced on that spine. I think that looks fantastic. And then on our cover here, which is going to be the Brown Genuine Cowhide, has a really nice looking grain. It's got a great feel to it. It's not perimeter stitched, but it's got a great feel. This one does have my name on this one. I normally don't do that, but sometimes my husband says, hey, put your name on that one, because then maybe I'll actually keep it instead of giving it away to somebody. Because most of the ones I have, I keep them new because I give so many away. So this one we're going to have a vinyl paste down liner. But it's done really nice. Looks good. Holman just does a fantastic job on their Bibles. We're going to get into our presentation page. We do have a certificate of marriage page. I will be filling that out, but I wanted to wait till after I did a review of this one. I've had it for a while. Then we've got 2 pages there for births. You can see some of the stitching. So we do have a Smithsonian binding, and you can tell right there that we're not even into the text, and we are laying completely flat. So that is always a plus. We're going to have a page for marriages, and I like when Bibles do an occasions to remember, because then you can use that for whatever you want, which is kind of nice. It doesn't have to just be marriages, births, or deaths. So I really do like this. Like if you were to take this Bible on a vacation somewhere, it would be neat to be able to put that on there and say where you've taken it. So that's kind of neat. And then we do have a page there for deaths. We're going to get into our title pages. This one is printed in Korea. And you can see there is a ton of options on this particular Bible. And right now, the HCSBs are on such great sales. So definitely check out christianbook.com. Also check out Amazon, maybe some other bookstores as well. And check these out. This here tells us that the typeset is done by 2K Denmark. And it is the HCSB translation. So we're going to have our typical Old and New Testament books listed. We've got God's Plan for Salvation, which I always like to read that in different Bibles. Got an introduction to the HCSB, their bulletin notes and study helps. And one thing on the way that they do their thumb indexing with Holman, and I like the way they do it. They've got, so we've got the black for the Old Testament books, and then we have red for our New Testament books. So let me get you a shot of that. So I like the way that they do those. I like thumb indexing, especially if I'm chasing the references, because sometimes I like to just start in one passage and follow all the references. So we've got a nice God's Plan for Salvation, introduction to the HCSB, tells us how certain names and terms are translated, and then we've got the commonly used abbreviations, and then we're going to jump right into the text. So the font on this one, because this one is a giant print, this is a 14-point font. So This, for my eyeballs, is fantastic. So, even though a lot of times, even if I'm reading something like this, a lot of times I do still have to wear just a light pair of readers, just because with my eye issues, sometimes I still get headaches. But we can see down here that we've got some different translation helps down at the bottom. We do have our end of verse references, as we see here. There's also some other examples here. So if I prefer them after the verses, if I don't have a center column, rather than all at the bottom. So I do like the way that they have them at the end of the verses rather than down at the bottom of the page. But really nicely done Bible. The way that the print and everything is, you don't get much ghosting on these. I mean, the camera's going to pick up some, as it always does, but to the naked eye, when you're looking at it, you don't get any distractions. So I really do like the way that they've done that. And from that little musical note, it sounds like my clothes are ready to go in the dryer. So sorry for the little music. That's what that was the washer telling me that the clothes are done. So we do have just one ribbon, just a basic brown one, and it wasn't cut real well, so I'm gonna have to straighten that and then heat treat it so that it won't start fraying and getting worse. Then we're gonna get into our New Testament. This is a red letter edition, and the red letter in this is actually really nice. I like the way that the shade of the red in this. So if you were looking for a giant print Bible, this is a fantastic deal because they're on such good prices right now. It's amazing what these are going for right now. So, and one thing with having Bibles and stuff, at some point you are going to need a giant print. So if you like this translation, you should snag one and get a giant print to have on hand, because I'm sure at some point you're going to need it. Alright, so in the back here, we're going to have the HCSB bullet notes, if you would like to pause and read that. So then it's going to give us all of the bullet notes and how they're used in the HCSB. Personally, I really like the HCSB translation. I enjoy it. I keep a giant print one, same text block as this one, but in the saddle brown leather touch on my desk at work, and that just stays there so I don't have to take it back and forth. So now we're going to get into our Bible study helps, and I love when Bibles have the where to turn, because these are so relevant and so helpful for just pretty much everyday life. So like if you were discouraged, it's going to give you a verse to go and find when you're feeling blue, or when you're tempted to do wrong, when you're afraid or lonely, when you're anxious for those that you love, when you sin. So just a great list of different verses to be able to turn to. So I love that it has that. And as you can see there's quite a few of them. And then we're going to get into our topical concordance. And this also is in a giant print, so they didn't lower the print or the font size at all when they did the concordance, so that is nice. So there's nothing worse than having big text in the actual text itself and having a large font and then getting back to the concordance and not being able to see it. So this would be a great gift for anybody that's older. And that's one thing that we're all doing too, is we're all just getting older. So we do have 8 full color maps. They are on a thicker cardstock, but it is a matte finish. So you can see there that you're not going to get any glare at all on those pages. So that is nice. And these are just kind of the typical Holman maps. So if you have a Holman Bible, chances are you've seen these before. But just a really nicely done Bible. I really like the Genuine Cowhide. It's super, super soft. It's got a great feel. I like the grain on there. Really nicely done. Fantastic Bible. And one thing that really just makes it stand out is that spine. The spine on that just looks awesome with those raised ribs. So fantastic Bible. And even though it retailed for $80, they're on such a lower price right now that it's definitely worth picking one up, because at some point you're going to find yourself needing a giant print. So there's our ISBN number. Shows us it retails for $79.99. I will definitely put a link in the description box, so definitely check that out. And then also check out christianbook.com, because right now these are just on sale for a crazy price, so you certainly can't beat it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.